What's up, guys? One thing I noticed is we love the moves that our athletes make on the court. From the layups to the dunking, or even on the field to the touchdowns. No matter what sport it is, we love all the moves. But have you ever thought about the moves that they make off the court? If you have, you're in the right place. I'm Nafi, and this is Off the Court Moves. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Off the Court Moves. I'm Nafi, and this is presented by Endure Pro. Our dreams is to make your dreams come true. And back for a second season is somebody that I've been looking forward to interview again, my guy, Harrison Curry.
I know y'all down me, fuck it, say it. That just made me go harder, fuck it, I'm blessed. I ain't worried about no hate, fuck it, no stress.
Oh, man, love sitting down with me, man. Okay, I'm getting good at my job, bro. I appreciate it, man. So you coming from Charlotte, and I appreciate you getting here, coming down here. Everything's been well with you?
Everything's been good, just grinding, usual, as it is, just trying to just elevate.
Yes, sir.
Every day, just get better.
That's perfect, elevation. We had you on season 1 in November, I believe, and we're almost getting towards that time. So things, I guess you can say, come full circle, and an update on, let's not get into the business yet, but just on life, like what's been new for you? What's some things that you can update us with?
On life.
Yeah.
Man, just trying to be the best version of myself. Honestly, just getting back in the gym, getting back eating, healthy like I did in college. Just
right.
A lot more time to myself, a lot of, just self-growth, learning, reading, watching the YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, just, at the end of the day, like when you get in the adult world, especially with me, I only been in the adult world for a year. So going on a year, right? Yeah, a little over a year. But, it comes at you fast. And there's you just have to know how to manage your time.
And for the guests that don't get, 'cause I remember you telling, for the guests that might be tuning in, when you say the adult world, explain that furthermore, because you mean post-college.
Yes,
so,
post-college, yeah. So, when you're post-college, you don't have to go to class. You don't have teachers emailing you, did you do the homework? You don't have coaches telling you, go to workouts, go here. So in the adult world, you can literally just wake up and just lay in bed all day if you want to. There's really no responsibilities, and also you really can just do whatever you want any day. So just creating a healthy schedule where you could time manage everything, where you just don't feel overwhelmed, but you still have a lot of free time to hang out with friends, relax at the end of the night. That's the transition, basically.
Yeah, that time management from high school or college into the adult world is so interesting, man, because that's what it's all about, time management. We've all had those days where we just laid in bed, that's all we did. But how productive was it? But it's still our choice at the end of the day. Are we gonna be productive or not?
Exactly.
And since I met you, bro, that's the type of person you've been. You always been, productive. You gotta do something. You gotta get in the gym. We gotta work out. What you got going on, bro? You gotta have something going on. So, like I said, we had you on season 1, and we talked about for people that might just be joining our new audience. We talked about your journey. You went to a few different colleges, and you ended up settling down in Charlotte, North Carolina, where you now do business. What advice would you give people that's coming to their senior year of college and trying to figure out that next transition, that next stop?
For senior year of college, I would definitely advise people, if they're an athlete, to really just, don't really be a sheep, but you should definitely follow your heart. Let's say if you're a basketball player, I feel like most people should know the difference when to pursue something, depending on what their lifestyle, what they want to do, versus, okay, let me step away from the sport, being running up and down the court, versus let me transition into maybe the corporate world, entrepreneur world, whatever it may be that they want to, get into. But even if they're a regular student, being a senior year, they definitely should have, some type of job lined up. or just a plan, and they should be actively working on it that senior year too. Like, don't just be like, okay, I'm graduated, now it's time for me to switch the gear and figure this out. No, you should be figuring out. You should already have plays lined up while you're in college.
Right, right. And I really wanted you to share, because those that don't know, you actually, went back and gave back to Legacy Early College, the school you transferred into back in high school, uh, by having the scholarship program
Yes.
available there. And I wonder, what update can we get from that, and how's that going?
The update with that, I think the kids still. I have to add one more kid under the scholarship.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing,
Yeah,
man.
but that was, man, that was huge. Like, when I look back at it, I didn't even really know at the time, like,
Like how big it was.
yeah, like how big of an impact it really can be exactly. Like, because I know it impacted me a lot. Like, that legacy scholarship, like them giving me a scholarship when I graduated, literally got me through junior college, all of college. Because I never, it wasn't enough to live. You know how it is in
Right,
college.
right,
So, but
right,
that scholarship literally helped me live a good quality life.
right, all right. So what made you settle down in Charlotte? Like out of all the places, 'cause I know you travel a lot.
Yeah, so I always knew I was coming back to the Carolinas
Mhm.
because I tell people, like, the Carolinas put me on my feet at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Like, I'm forever indebted and will forever appreciate North Carolina. So when I first moved down to North Carolina, I moved to Winston-Salem. This was 2013. After my junior year of high school, I lived in Michigan. And I wanted, I was very devoted to going division to play D1. So I had to make a change, and then went to prep school in Winston-Salem. There's a school called Elite Prep, does not exist anymore, but it was a startup prep school, and I went there. I took that risk. I moved away from home, family, friends, everything. And I took that risk because I know I wanted to go D1, and I needed to play Division One. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm going to. I don't care what anyone says. And so I made that sacrifice, moved down.
You were like
From
only
there,
17 at this
I
point,
was
right?
17.
Yeah.
And so I moved down. I lived in a hotel in front of a Waffle House. And when I tell you I ate Waffle House every day, like, Waffle House every day, all star, all day.
All
And so,
star.
like, that all star is like something special to me. But literally. And so
You still get it.
I still get it to this day.
That's crazy.
And so that when I moved down here, I went to the Scout Focus camp. I went to the Rick Lewis camps. And so, and I created a buzz in the state of North Carolina. I think I went to the Super 50 Showdown or something. So the top 50 high schoolers played. I was in that camp, and I was in the NC top 75 camp, I think it was called, with the
Yeah.
Rick Lewis
Out of
camps.
phenoms. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I created a buzz, and I got, ranked, in the state, which was huge.
Yeah.
Which was honestly, like, super huge. And, I grinded hard for that. Like, just, going to court and, I'll beat the next man. That
Right.
was my mindset. I had to kill every game. Every game I had to be the best on the court. Literally every game. Like, if people in the stands don't know who I am, I'm not doing good. Literally.
Yeah.
and so then, like, that's how that happened with me loving the Carolinas, and the people and the atmosphere in the Carolinas was so good, and I just loved the environment. And then after that, I left, got connected with some people, and then I got to Legacy, and then that's how, I have the Greenville connection.
Yeah, the Greenville connection where we're shooting this right now. So shout out to the Carolinas, man. Just wanted to really take time out to shout out the Carolinas because, some people, depending on the city, some people leave and to get exposure. But, not saying that that's not possible to the LAs or to the New Yorks, but, just shout out to the Carolinas in general just for coming up as far as on the sports scene, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, tennis, whatever it is. And then with, social media nowadays, exposure can be anywhere and everywhere. So shout out to you for coming back where people showed you a lot of love. You know what I mean? So we're transitioning to your business endeavors, and just kind of catch us up from the last time we talked at ETMM Transportation. What update can you give us on how things are going for you over there?
Man, it's amazing, honestly. You know, we have internationally, we have 3 different offices in 3 different countries.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of staff, easily probably like 20 staff members, I think. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people don't understand logistics. So what these questions, what my replies, it's gonna sound very foreign to them, but you know, some people they may know, but it's going good though. You know, you want to talk numbers, stats, like how much we make or whatever.
That's debatable.
Okay, because a lot of
Yeah.
people say you want to know how it's going. Like, it's going very successful.
Yeah,
Very successful. And to honestly look back at the last time where you interviewed me, like, it's honestly like a 360 from the last time. Not only the structure, the infrastructure, you know, our guidelines, but even just how we operate on a daily basis. It's literally completely different from the last time. And
Sheesh.
that time you interviewed me, like, that was literally the most stressful time period of my life,
Couldn't tell.
hands down. Like,
Couldn't
you
tell.
couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell.
Nah, I
You
was
did the
literally
interview
good.
so chill. You was
I
good.
mean, yeah, I'm relaxed. Like, you're not gonna see
You are a
like
relaxed person, yeah.
on the you know, on the back end, like,
Right.
stuff that I go through. But
Which
it
is,
was like,
that's a skill though.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to be the front of the business, you know, owning the business, like you're not showing that you know, back against the wall. You
yeah,
still,
man, literally there was to this point, like back then, from like November to like even now, there were times where, okay, back against the wall, we have to make something shake. And you know, that's how it is. And just honestly just blessed to be restarted. So we're a little over like a year and like 3 months, I think, in. And to honestly be this successful is like honestly a blessing. Like, but you know, it's just hard work at the end of the day. Like, sleepless nights, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., taking phone calls, dealing with situations. Like, that's what it takes. Like, I literally breathe, eat, sleep this. And that's literally what it takes. Like, I could be out the country and I have my laptop and my phone and I'm managing all things. Like, and that's literally what it takes
For
to,
sure.
you know, run a successful business. But like I said, just blessed that we're this successful and we haven't reached 2 years.
for sure.
Because a lot of people,
Which is a
it
blessing.
takes 2 years to get in the green.
Right.
But, you know, we're already basically in the green.
Awesome.
But, you know,
Cool.
took time.
Took time for sure. And we'll take a quick time out. We'll take a quick break. And then we'll get right back to the interview and dive a little bit more deeper into the business. So let's take a quick break. I would like to take this time out to shout out Lady Endure. It's the official cosmetic division of Endure Pro. It offers lash, lip, hair, and body service. You can follow Lady Endure on Instagram at _Lady Endure, LADYENDUR. Again, that's at _Lady Endure. All right, so we're back here interviewing Harrison Curry. Man, I appreciate you for taking the time to be on and just going back into diving into the business. My first thing I want to say is I don't think you know how much influence you have, but after our first interview, you inspired me because you had a sign on the back of the on your wall. It was a poster, I think, or whatever, and it was it said, you know, the one that said like 1,000 a day, 50,
yeah,
50.
How to make a million.
Yeah,
dollars in a
and
year.
it broke it down.
Broke it down by month.
By month into
Day,
year.
week.
Right. And I don't think I mentioned it, but I remembered it though.
Yeah.
And it motivated me to like actually look in the numbers and see how you can like make, you know, people say they want to do something, but then they don't like look it up. Like, you know, you might ask somebody like, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? And they tell you, and then you ask, how much does that person make in a year? And they say, I don't know. Like, that's cool that they want to do it, but now take that next step and see how can it financially support the lifestyle you want to live. And yeah, you allowed me to do that, so I appreciate that. So, and I don't think you know how much influence you have on the culture in Greenville too. A lot of people look up to you, by the way.
Thank you. Thank
For
you.
sure, for sure.
Man, that means a lot, honestly, because, that's, and I tell people, like, a lot of people ask me, what's the, like, what satisfied me in life? And honestly, just changing lives truly, like, it hits different. Like, that's the best satisfaction, like, honestly, ever. Just changing a life, just like one life, two life, like whatever it is. If you change someone's perspective, change their financial situation, change their habits, change their mentality, whatever it is, like when you see that, like, and you see someone literally in front of you and they changed, literally in front of you by the help of you, like it's literally an amazing feeling. Like it's literally, it's the best satisfaction
For sure.
ever. And like that's what, honestly, I think we really are here. Like that's what you should do as a human on earth. Just like change a life, like make someone happy, cheer someone's day up, just something like that. But like just stay positive, just help people out at the end of the day.
For sure. So appreciate you for sharing that. So diving into just a little bit more of the business and how it's going. You mentioned that from our last interview, literally almost like everything changed about it, from the way you call the meetings and dispatch or whatever you have to do. What was that process like? Like did one of your mentors like sit you down and say, "Hey, you should do this," or?
Fun fact: I have no mentors.
Okay.
Zero mentors. Literally none. Um, and so, I mean, when I look back at it, like, yeah, I wish I had a mentor, because if I had a mentor, I would have not had lost, let's say, 50K, or I would have not wasted my time doing this, because I had someone showing me the ropes. But I never had that. Literally never had that. Any business that I've done, I've never had that. It's literally been me, my partner, and we're just sticking it through, you know, getting out the mud together. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Trials and tribulations. That's it. And, I wish I had a mentor, but no. But the change in the process, it was a lot. It was a lot. So we had to sell all our vans, right?
All right.
Because we had our own company drivers, and we were signed on to carrier companies. Which was our goal, to be that carrier company that we were signed onto, which we are now. But we like sold all our vans, so we had to get all of those off the roads. And those drivers, we got them other employment through other people that own vans. But so we had to do that. It was tough getting rid of some people, because like literally, like I had one driver literally cry to me, like how, you know, us hiring had literally like fixed his depression. Like people were saying he's so much of a happier person,
That's
or
good.
whatever. Like this old man, like it was very sentimental. Like I'm like, wow, like this dude like touched me saying that. Like it was just a random phone call. He called me saying that. So that was like crazy. But we got him another job. But his person that he works for now currently is signed up to our company, so we still interact with him, which is cool.
Yeah.
But so that was a process, and then we had to sign all these owner operators up. So that was a whole nother process. So, that takes a lot of marketing, flyers, marketing, a lot of footwork, mad advertisements. We have to make phone calls, all the legal due diligence, make sure everything's right. It's literally, that's one thing, right? Then also, the software behind it. That's a whole nother thing. Literally, I literally sat here, and I'm still doing it, like developing a CRM. And so, that's the customer relationship management. So like every business has one,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's a software or they customize their own. But I literally had to make that from scratch, all from scratch. So that was a whole thing. And mind you, I made that in like April, and I'm still working on it. So how many months is that? Like over 6, whatever. I think that's what, 6.
Yeah, I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not doing the math here.
Yeah,
but
I can't do math for today. But like 6
Yeah,
months. So anyway,
you dealing with a lot. You run a whole company, bro. You good?
So like that right there is a whole ordeal, just getting the systems in place to manage the type of volume we do, and just manage everything, because it's a lot of money being exchanged. It's a lot of, when the logistics, you got to know where the freight is, the
Right.
driver is,
Yeah.
and everyone has to be on the same page, and has to be it has to be very transparent, and communication is key. So getting the systems where everything is organized, from the internal company to our contractors, like that's a whole thing. So literally, it's a lot. It's very
Right.
complex.
For sure.
At the end of the day.
Remember that time I hit you up to be a driver? No, it's funny.
No, it's funny.
Hey, I almost dialed your number a couple times, for real.
It's funny because I used to post on Instagram all the time. Who's looking to drive? Because when we had
Oh, I didn't see
vans,
that.
that was our business model: get vans and get drivers, and we're gonna make money. Which is like, it doesn't make that much money. But during that time, I was really employing people. Like
Yeah.
I employed a couple friends too.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you're never too good to do something, some type of job for money.
You ain't text me back. No, I was playing. All right, I'm just playing.
Man, a lot of people were triple DMing me. I'm like, I would look out there. I'm like, I don't think
It's
this
a lot.
job is fit
Yeah,
for you.
it's a lot.
Because even like I've had people that I've known since like in high school or something, they quit after the first week.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, man, like I told you, like it's nothing but a grind. Like you gotta
Right.
be on that road really running and gunning,
for
you know,
sure.
to make money. But to be a driver, you really have to be meant for the road.
For sure.
And just the driver experience in general, I've dealt with a lot of crazy stuff.
It's different. It's
A lot
different.
of crazy people, a lot of crazy personalities.
Yeah.
Drivers wrecking vehicles. That was a whole ordeal. I think when the driver first wrecked the first vehicle, I was so sick. I was so sick. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my
but you had to get
God.
through that hurdle and get through those
so
things.
after that, the second wreck, then it affected me.
Okay.
I was like, are you serious? I'm like, okay, are you fine? No one's hurt, no one's injured, you didn't hit anyone else, thank God. In all our wrecks, no one got hurt. There was no other people no one got hurt. Literally no one got hurt, thank God. So,
That's good.
yeah, it's literally amazing how no one did. But it was just like, man, it was just so much stuff that just came with owning those vans, which I told you I was so stressed. Like, and even just like when it comes to like flat tires, throttle bodies going out, drivers running out of gas. Like you run out of gas on the highway. Like these people are calling you at 12
Run out of
a.m.
gas
I
on the
can't
highway.
even get a proper sleep.
Right.
I'm
But
not gonna lie, I can't get a proper sleep.
you
during that time.
persevered, man. That's one
I
of the things we
persevere, like
focus
you
on
stick
here.
to it. Like I say, like when the back against the wall, like there was a couple of times where we're like, oh my God, like this is so stressful. Like we're literally back to the wall. Like, but we just stayed at it. Like just kept going. Never gave up. And so now we're able to enjoy the fruits of our labor,
For sure.
which is it's all about, in every aspect of life. Like at the end of the day, there's gonna be light at the end of the tunnel.
So what advice would you give our guests and our audience that are looking, like any young lady, any young man just coming up through life? Just what advice would you give them as far as in general or just business as we wrap up here?
And life in general and business.
This is your shot. This is your angle right here. The camera right here.
Well, in life, you just have to stick to it. Whatever you do, be 10 toes at the end of the day. Don't do anything. Can I cuss on? Okay, but
nah.
don't do anything. Don't do anything half. Basically, like don't say, oh, I'm a like if you want to be an athlete, don't be like, oh, I want to go D1, but you're not in a gym. It don't make sense. Don't say you want to start a clothing brand, but not 10 toes, and produce terrible clothing or whatever. Any business you do, or even if it's like you want to stream video games, don't be on here on Twitch for 2 hours out the day and not marketing. Like don't do anything. And even me growing up, a lot of people would say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but they never showed assertiveness, and they were never 10 toes. And they say they want to do this, but do that. And that's also another thing, advice. Stick to one thing, master it, and then go to the next. At the end of the day, what they say is like, takes 10 hours to master something, right?
About something like that.
So like
10,000. Yeah.
10,000 hours. So master something and then move to the next. Don't sit here and say,
That's good.
I want to be a hairstylist, but then trying to working on nails or whatever it may be. Like, just don't do that. Or don't say you want to breed dogs, but you over here working on cars. Like, I don't know. Just stick to one thing, master it, scale it, and then get to a comfortable position where you could go to the next. So that's my advice in that. Just do that, and just, you know, at the end of the day, it's all hustle, no luck. So
all hustle, no luck.
All hustle, no luck. So if you just put that in your head, all hustle, no luck, like, you'll be successful, and just stay 10 toes. Just whatever you do, just go and don't give up, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get a breakthrough. You literally are. Like, even like I was saying, back to me going D1, how I had to transfer. Like, at the end of the day, I got a breakthrough. At the end of the day, like, after all my hard work and sacrifice, I had those D1 offers coming in. And it was a great feeling. I remember it like it was yesterday when I got my D1 offer.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That was a great, like, I'm literally in a camp. I come back to my phone.
I see it coming back to you.
Offer. Like, that was a great feeling. Like,
I see it coming back to you.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that was better than, like, bagging an IG crush or something.
Yo, we need an interview part 3 with Harrison Curry. Cause that's another thing y'all don't know. Anyways,
listen, I got a lot to talk about. I like being behind the camera. It's
well,
fun.
You know, when you have success, there's some things and responsibility and things that tend to come around than when you didn't have success, and girls are definitely one of those. But hey, all hustle, no luck. 10 toes down t-shirts coming soon. Endure X H Curry.
Man, we got no luck, 10 toes down.
For sure. All hustle, no luck, 10 toes down, man. We appreciate you joining for sure. Part 3 coming soon. And we got you a gift. Shout out to our friends over at The Vault. We wanted to show love to you, man. So we appreciate them for coming through. Yes, sir. Retro Sports. They have hats. They have shirts. I wear this
around Charlotte. They be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I thought you were on a team.
For sure. You in Charlotte, so
North Carolina,
they gonna mistake you. You know, you tall. You really tall for a player.
You know, I'm play tight end.
For sure. So that's it for the show. Make sure you guys come down to The Vault, grab some of your favorite sports team gear. The address is 213 Main Street in Greenville, South Carolina. Harrison, we appreciate you having you on, man. Yes, sir.
I flip. Couple niggas changed on me, fuck it. Who next? I had to realize I was the one. I had to realize I couldn't sell no more guns. I gotta keep it on me, I know this fate like injection. I don't wanna sign no deal unless I stash a mill away. I know I'm gifted, might be conceited, I'm just being real. Hate to get my love out, cause that shit so real. Learn to elevate, watch the hate, keep my mouth closed. I always kept it silent, I don't talk to